Good morning. Good morning. How we doing, everyone? Um, let's get into it here. Um, yeah, as you can see here on my screen, um, we're kind of forming a nice textbook flag structure here. After the trend leg here that we had, there's a very nice flag structure that we're now in between, with support, down here at 76.95 or so, and resistance really is of twofold. One is up here of the channel resistance, but secondly we have the 77.94 resistance as well, and that resistance is the consolidation range we're in. So um, again, just same stuff we've kind of been talking about all week. Nothing's really changed on that front in terms of us just being stuck in this sideways choppy range, with not a ton going on. Pretty low volatile action overall. In terms of setups to watch for, so the best setup we had was the 77.44 failed breakdown that we got on Tuesday. That happened a little bit right before the close, around like 3:15, 3:30 or so. And so really that setup has kind of given us the ability to just stay long since then, for the rest of the week, which has been nice, as we've kind of just been able to stay long from the lows and not really have to engage in really any chop that occurred after that, mainly yesterday. I know yesterday was a really choppy session after the CPI push. It kind of just turned into a bunch of mush. So, one of the benefits of holding that runner is to be able to avoid all of that choppy action that you don't need to get caught up in. So, from here on out, the best setups, we have a couple of things to watch out for if we do get any elevator down sell today. The first one is a 77.49 50-ish failed breakdown. The next one is 77.39 failed breakdown, and then below there is the 77.24 failed breakdown. So those are three potential opportunities within our, you know, bigger mode 2 consolidation range, of failed breakdown spots potentially where one could get long, if we do get a sell. So those are going to be the three best things to watch out for today. And we'll see if we get it. Ultimately, we're going to need some volatility to get them. If we don't get any volatility, we're not going to get any of these setups to trigger. So if there's no volatility, no trade. So if we don't get even a little bit of a sell, and the first setup from here for a failed breakdown is still about 40 points lower. So that could take a little bit in this environment. If not, bulls can try to see if they can push out for a breakout if they're able to sustain momentum above 77.94 and break out. First level of tag would be 78.20 on the upside. So we'll see what happens overall this week. I think I've been reading quite a bit. This week has just overall been one of the lowest volume kind of years of weeks of the year, and by quite some margin. So it's just, unfortunately just not a ton to do on the trading front. It's been, you get one setup, you got to take the long whenever you get it, and really hold the runner, because you don't really know how long in these environments that runner could go for, and we don't really know how long it may take until we get a new setup, right? I think understanding different environments is very key, because, and you guys will probably see this when we return here in September, where all of a sudden price action will speed up. There'll be more elevator down sells, more short squeezes. Overall, you may leave the desk for 10 minutes and prices jump 20 points, versus right now you could leave the desk for the entire day, come back, and there's a chance price hasn't even moved. So it's important to understand each environment and how to play both sides of it. Right now we're just dealing with the last sort of weeks here of summer volatility near all-time highs. So those are setups like I mentioned: 7749 failed breakdown, 7738 failed breakdown, 7724 failed breakdown. All three spots to add within the consolidation range if we get them. Important thing I will note, like I mentioned in the video that I did last, is even if we do get that elevator sell down, you don't want to necessarily long just because prices now hit a number, right? You do want to make sure that there is some momentum and speed that is picking up. Otherwise, it's a recipe in this environment to just get chopped up and spit out, which is not what we want to do. So just make sure you guys are on watch for that. And as always, we can discuss it in the Discord if need be about, if someone wants a better understanding of, hey, is there momentum here or is there not? It's always good to, talk it out, maybe get a second opinion or a third opinion on it. So if no other questions here in the chat, we will see you guys in the Discord.